So House of Comedy, show some love for Brent Puccio.
What is up, House of Comedy? Biggest flex, matching your mask to your outfit. Do it. Step brothers, I think we all just became best friends. 2020 has been a wild year, guys. This is my first time performing this year with everything going on. So at the beginning of the year, I had set my morning alarm to the theme song from Matilda. So you know, the Rusted Roots, Send Me On My Way. You've heard it, it's a feel-good song. It just got me up in the morning. 2020 had other plans. So now, it's Matchbox 20s. Waking up at the start of the end of the world. Because really, today, you really don't know what's gonna happen. Like, 2020, I give it props because it just keeps trying to outdo itself. It's like a horror Billy Mays commercial. It's like, but wait, there's more. Then, mixed with your drunk friend at the bar that's about to do something stupid, he's like, bro, hold my beer. Like what? We started off with Australia on fire. Then we had this whole pandemic. People are wearing masks. You have to work at home. There were murder hornets for a split second. And then we had like the announcement of aliens. And then that just was not a big deal from the Pentagon. And now there's a mysterious signal coming from outer space. So I'm like, cool, 2020. Craziness. So I started working at home. And I have my home office in my bedroom. Let me give you guys some advice. Don't do that. Your work-life balance is nowhere. Like, it threw off the whole feng shui of my bedroom. Like, I couldn't sleep. There was no separation. Like, it was like that sleep paralysis demon, except it was real and it just wouldn't go away. And like, one day I just cracked. I'm sitting there on the phone and this guy is just going off on me. And I'm like, okay. And he just keeps going. He's cursing me out. And out of nowhere, I'm just like, sir, not in my house. This is my place of peace. You will treat me with respect. Dead silence. And he's like, I was like, you heard me. Like, I don't get it. People, because we're not face-to-face anymore, they think like over the phone or over like the internet, they can just talk to you however you want. Not in my house. Not today, sir. Not today. And it's so weird working at home because like, I left work early the other day because I was pissed. So I like throw my headset down and I just walk into the other room. That's it. Like, you don't storm out of work. You don't have that like time in your car to like calm down. You're still pissed off and then you're just at home. Like, if I wanted to like throw stuff off my desk or flip it up, not that I would at work, but I could if I wanted to, and I wouldn't have to clean that up. At my house, I'm gonna have to clean that up. And then working at home, I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna be late for work anymore, because I'm working at home. My anxiety and depression was like, I don't care if you're working at home or you're 30 miles away, you still ain't getting out of bed today. Damn it, got me again. Now that I'm working at home, my grandma calls me at all hours of the day. She just thinks I'm at home, so I can just come over there and help her whenever. I'm like, Grandma, no. I still work 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. most days. I'm just at home instead of work. Like, she's like, you can't just leave? No, I said, no, Grandma, I can't. Like, get it, just don't call me during these hours. Like, I need to find a job on the weekend just so I have another excuse not to go over there. I'm like, oh, man. Now, everybody, we have all the mask mandates and everything, and it's gotten a lot better than it was at the beginning. But like, number one, a lot of the time, people didn't want to see your face. Number two, they didn't want to smell your breath. And I appreciate people staying 6 feet away for the most part to begin with, so that was kind of a win-win. Now, I wear it mainly because for others, and I have a 94-year-old grandmother, so if she gets it, she gone. If I get it, I'm more than likely to survive. But then if I don't have to worry about the anxiety and depression anymore. So there's a win-win there too. It's all how you look at it. But anyways, so with my grandma, like I said, I've been wearing a mask for her. And then I found out the other day that she is still going to the beauty salons every other Saturday. Yeah, I mean, good for her. But we're in the middle of a pandemic, Grandma, and you're 94 years old. You have no immune system. You can't walk. Like, we took away her car because it looked like a crash test dummy car. I will always look for blood. And I'm like, no. I was like, Grandma, isn't this pandemic? Doesn't that scare you? She's like, I'm 94 years old. I lived a good life. If I die, I die. But then the second I can't go and take her someplace, or I'm busy, she goes, oh, you don't care about me. You wouldn't care if I died. Grandma, you can't have it both ways. Like, do you want to live or do you want to die? Because your actions and words are very counterproductive. I'm like, man. And she's like, Brent, I never ask you for anything. Hey, Brent, can you help me open up these pills? Like, I'm exhausted. Like, I don't know what's going on. I just graduated college recently. Thank you. That was another reason, because working full-time and going to college full-time and then doing comedy, I was like, nah, I can't do it. But, so I got my degree and I'm talking to my grandma, and I'm like, Grandma, I'm thinking of moving to California to follow my dreams. And she goes, you can't do that, I'll die. I'm like, Grandma, if I stay here, my dreams are gonna die. And she's like, that's fine. You can just dream when I'm dead. Excuse me? Like, that's not how it works. You've lived 94 good years, Grandma. It's time for me to finally live my life. And I was like, all right, Grandma, you keep bringing up this death thing. So you're getting to 94. You remember how you said you're going to be my guardian angel? We're going to see who cares about who. Because when you go to heaven, I'm going to turn it into its own personal hell. Like, I'm going to get a motorcycle. I'm going to join a gang. I'm going to start doing drugs. We're going to see who cares about who dying. And then if I die, then we have the answer. Ball's in your court, G-Ma. Ball's in your court. But she was like a child, like with everything going on. She's like, when you're playing a game with a kid and they keep making up the rules as they go along? Exactly, that's how my grandma is. It always changes. I was like, Grandma, life is not a game. And she's like, well, Brent, actually it is. I was like, touche, Grandma, touche. All right, that's my time, guys. Thanks for coming out.